10 running backs for the Miami Dolphins. Let's do it. Number 10. Lamar Miller, 4th round steal. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons in 2014 and 2015. This guy was a home run threat. Number 9. You got Raheem Mostert. This guy didn't get to the Dolphins until he was 30 years old. 2 career years back-to-back. Elite speed even at 30 years old. In 23, he had 18 rushing touchdowns to lead the NFL, and that's the most in Dolphins franchise history. Number 8. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, starting running back for the Dolphins in the late 90s. Physical downhill runner. And he was a workhorse. They really fed him. 1997, he led the NFL with 15 rushing touchdowns, and really his coming out party. All right, number 7, Devon Achane. And I know you guys may think this is premature, but he's been in the league for 3 years now. He's averaging 5.6 yards a carry, which is astronomical. I think that's enough body of work to put him on the list. Genuine home run hitter. This kid is electric. He really make people miss. He's already the 8th all-time leading rusher for the Dolphins, so he's on the doorstep. We might as well put him at 7. I think it's a good spot for him. He really broke out in 2025, so one more year like that and he could be number 4 on this list real easy. All right, number 6, Ronnie Brown, taken 2nd overall in 2005 out of Auburn, Dolphins' 3rd all-time leading rusher. And he was a complete running back. He was a horse, man. He's really remembered for the Wildcat. Really the engine behind the Wildcat. Scored 5 TDs against the Patriots when it debuted. Belichick had no idea what to do. And, the Wildcat came and went. It fizzed out. It was kind of predictable. But Ronnie Brown had a decent career. All right, number 5, Jim Kick out of Wyoming. This guy was actually the shit, man. 1,000 yards from scrimmage in his first 4 years in the league. Part of the back-to-back Super Bowl champion Dolphins. Scored a touchdown in each of the Super Bowls. And he was a great compliment for Larry Zonka and Mercury Morris. He did all the dirty work, blocking, catching the ball in the flat, short yardage. He was a heck of a player. All right, number 4, Tony Nathan. This guy doesn't get enough love, I don't think. One of the best at catching the ball at the backfield in the 1980s. It wasn't Marshall Faulk, but his style of play was similar, and he was perfect for a young Marino. Dan really got him the ball a lot. Nathan led the NFL in yards per carry with 5.3 in 1981. He spent his entire 9-year career with the Dolphins and amassed over 7,000 yards from scrimmage. Had some big playoff games too. Number 3, Mercury Morris. Fastest running back in the NFL when he played. One of the most explosive running backs of the 1970s. Think Chris Johnson. That's kind of how he played. 1972, he led the NFL with 12 rushing touchdowns. 1973, led the NFL with 6.4 yards a carry. We have number 2, legend, also known as Ricky Williams. This guy was a stallion, thoroughbred, one of the most talented running backs to ever play the game. 2002 was really Ricky's crowning achievement. Led the league in carries, yards per game. One of the best seasons by a running back in the history of football. Although a lot of people argue they used him a little too much, didn't get enough rest, and that kind of snowballed into a career full of retirements and comebacks and redemptions and retirement. Always a roller coaster with Ricky. One thing that was undeniable was his talent. Number 1, Larry Zonka. Played fullback, one of the greatest fullbacks in NFL history. Elite short yardage back. He was dominant at his peak. Violent runner, kind of like Earl Campbell. Key figure in their 17-0 season. 2-time Super Bowl champ. MVP of Super Bowl 8. And he's in the Hall of Fame. So there it is, folks. Very interesting, very good list. Reggie Bush didn't make it. The Spectrum. Jay Ajayi, 1 good year, but not enough for me. But yeah, me and the Metric agreed for the most part at the top here. First 5 or so, we agreed. 6, we all the way through 6, and then he had Mostert at 7. I like Mostert, but I don't think he's the 7th best running back in Dolphins history. But yeah, that's what we got. But hey, Tony Nathan was a bad motherfucker.